Really, dragons? A love triangle?
I've seen love triangles done better than this.
The Heather Report, I don't even think it really needed a triangle. And it kind of seemed... In fact, the whole point of having a love triangle was just unnecessary anyway. Alright, so this is a vlog for another two-parter that also involves the Outcast yet again, called The Heather Report. And, oh boy.
Where do we even begin?
Well, for starters, I actually think that The Terrible Twos is actually better than this.
Yeah.
Right, because at least there was a message and a closing monologue to tie it all together. This one was just
unnecessary.
Yeah, it was unnecessary.
I mean, granted, part 2 kind of sort of made up.
Yeah,
but you could have done that as a standalone.
It felt more like it was an episode filler, trying to get the necessary amount of episodes that were commissioned. But really, okay. Alright, first off, we get a new character. Nothing. Alright, normally that can be okay, except they don't really give her much to work with. Her name is Heather.
Seriously, no, that's all you need. Look at the character names of the cast. You got Astrid, Fish Legs, Snout Lout,
Rough Nut and Tough Nut, Hiccup, Stoic, Gobber.
Then we have
Heather. God, even the name. Okay, her entire character, even her whole name is really nothing
boring.
It's really nothing. It really does nothing more to nothing. It doesn't really add anything more than the fact that she is
there.
No, that's not what I'm trying to say. Like, she's a siren. She's just a mermaid. She's just meant to distract someone. And it turns out that what it is. This episode was the most predictable episode ever.
And it gives me another instance. If you ever heard of the term the idiot ball or the idiocy ball, it's something I really hate. It's when this character who's been proven he's good, logical, great at being fast on his feet, thinking, and all that wonderful stuff, and then all of a sudden he drops a few IQ points.
Mm-hmm.
And Hiccup, he got handed the ball.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Good God.
Right. The only one who had, Hiccup, who's supposed to be like the most rational, the most reasonable dragon tamer in the show. It turns out that Astrid, who's supposed to be the second in command, is the one who is the most rational. She sees this new girl coming, now asking a whole bunch of questions about dragons, and she's saying, no, we shouldn't be telling her all her secrets. She is a stranger. And Hiccup's going like, I know people. I'm smart. I train dragons. I'm the best. I know people.
Seriously.
All right. And so everything was predictable about it. The character, Heather's speech, her name, the freaking title gives it away. The Heather Report. You instantly know that she has an agenda. Oh, and just to even make it more obvious, during one point when Astrid actually confronts her sneaking around, and
it's not even good sneaking around. It's not like Mission Impossible.
I know. And Heather again is able to just make Hiccup be an idiot. Just gives that sideways cocky smirk evil look in her eyes. The ones that you see Cruella de Vil have.
Trying to make it out like she's a femme fatale?
Femme fatale? I don't freaking know.
It's like, right, you're trying to give me that impression that she's that type of character, and no.
Even the design the design of her character didn't even fit well in the world anyway, to me anyway. It looked more like she would fit in some of Tim Burton's stop motion films.
Yeah.
Like Corpse Bride and Nightmare Before Christmas.
It's just like her character was not planned out. It's like we need a character. Guys got something? I got Heather. Oh, that'll do. What should she look like? I stole this from Tim Burton's newest movie. That'll do. Just make some alter changes. Small changes.
But yeah, it all felt unnecessary. It was kind of boring, and the messages were mixed up too, because on one hand, it's actually telling a very good message, and that is that sometimes you can't really trust people that you've just met. Then in the second movie, just because she saves them, there's like, oh, all is forgiven.
Yeah. No. You still try to steal my book.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of which, let's move on to part 2.
Okay, yeah.
So, the surprise, yes, it's turned out she's working for Alvin. She is looking for the secrets of how to train your dragon.
Mm-hmm. Which they've all logged in a book. Which, in the previous episode, another obvious thing, Heather kept on asking questions about it. In kind of like that little flirty, breathy voice. God, I hate that.
But, anyways, what should you do about this all secret for this all powerful, information book? You should hide it.
Like, alright, you made a good point. You made a good point. This was before a time vaults were invented, but Hiccups is smart enough not to, and I'm saying he wouldn't invent the vault. He would probably have made like a hidden compartment.
Then again, we had that schizophrenic Viking technology with that Indiana Jones adventure.
I know.
So, possibly he could have invented the vault.
Okay, maybe. But, alright, but the Heather Report Part 2 was okay because the animation was a lot softer. The line work was a lot softer, not as harsh as the last one, and the colors were a little bit brighter. In fact, the brightness and colors kept changing even when they get to Outcast Island, and we got to see Astrid, what Astrid would look like as a brunette, or just as a dark hair.
Yeah, dark hair. Though, let's see. Now I know Vikings are not the smartest people of the bunch, but I would expect someone to notice something's off about this girl. What is it? I don't know. Does her eye color change?
Well, I think because when you're so evil, even some of your basic 5 senses get cut in half.
Got a point. But seriously, okay. Maybe they're colorblind. No, it is green and blue eyes.
They could be colorblind. Yeah, I remember that. I remembered making a joke like that.
It's like, if you're evil, you must be colorblind.
Mm-hmm. Maybe that's what all outcasts have in common. Maybe that's why they were outcasts before.
Because they're colorblind?
Yes!
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to attack you. You look like a colorblind dragon. Do I look like I have reptilian skin?
Alright. I said hit the red shield. I thought I did. That was the green one. Oh.
Okay, that would be funny if that was the reason. But, no. Then there came a quote. Okay, so Astrid infiltrates Alvin, and Snout actually did something important. He did something incredible. He contributed to Astrid's survival.
Sorry, I have that feeling of when you have to sneeze.
But no, right, seriously, Snout did something good for once.
Yes, he showed how to calm a monstrous nightmare. Apparently, they like getting their horns pinned to the ground.
He's not the only one.
Oh, are you referring to yourself or Tough Nut?
Tough Nut.
Okay.
Dude, it doesn't look like I want to do that. Jesus Christ.
I'm actually looking for horns.
Yeah.
Alright. So yes, Snot finally did something right for a change.
instead of being annoying, which he always is, even when he's doing some good.
But really, not much to complain about this episode, other than Astrid's Heather voice, which was almost like a bubblegum cheerleader. and there's one thing that actually we've noticed is that when Alvin is like Alvin loses the book a couple of times. You know, he has
he has it tucked
into his belt.
Yes.
And when he's chasing Astrid, I mean, it just like disappears.
We thought he dropped it.
Yes, and then when they're on the edge of the cliff, it just magically reappears right where he put it.
Apparently, Alvin has mastered the hammer space technology.
Ah, yes, or maybe the portal technology.
But yes, one other thing to critique. Remember how in the previous episode we were discussing about Heather's character? Was she like a femme fatale or Cruella de Vil? Oh no, she was actually trying to save her parents.
Yes. Again, stupid. Really?
No, like, girl, please, you could just ask them for help.
Yes.
They have dragons!
Yes, they have dragons. And also, how are the outcasts gonna find out that you spilled the beans? I mean, they're like out on a sailboat. There's no bugging technology invented yet.
Remember, Viking technology. Mysterious, yep. Stupid.
Yes, but still, they have to use their basic 5 senses to get information.
Yes.
They don't have cell phones or camcorders or microphones or bugs or anything. How Heather could have just told them that my parents were raided by the out. That would actually make the story better. Actually would have. That, you know, if she was going to would make the betrayal that much better if she said that her parents were attacked by the outcasts, and when it turns out she was working for the outcast, that would make the betrayal that more devastating.
It would.
What's this bullshit about pirates?
Vikings are pirates.
Yes. What's the difference? Just because one of them dresses nicer?
Yeah, but no. Honestly, then I love this because Alvin tries to do his Darth Vader thing. No, but the only thing is like, Hiccup, join me. And I'm blocking out his voice for the rest. Like, and together as not father and not son, we can rule the archipelagos.
Yeah, it's very strange. I wonder if I kind of hoped. That was ad-libbed by Mark Hamill himself. No. Even if it wasn't, it definitely shows that the writers were definitely fans of Star Wars.
Yes. So I'm like, and then here's another one. There's too many of them. I'm like, God damn it! Stop with the Star Wars references.
I mean, what else are you gonna do? Use the Force?
No, don't get cocky.
I can't shake him!
Seriously, guys, you're killing us.
I mean, we were fast forwarding a bit just to kind of try to retread what we thought of before. But was there a part when even the character said, "I got a bad feeling about this"?
Yes, sir.
I would be surprised if that happened.
Seriously, I'm like, oh my god, there is so many Star Wars references. Is Mark even aware of this? He has to be.
Yeah, he has to be.
And he's probably just giggling in the booth.
It was like, that's with your knowledge of... Oh, come on, guys.
Yes, he probably had to do a couple of retakes. With your knowledge, we can rule the archipelagos instead of the galaxies like father and son. Are we weird?
Except not really. That would actually be kind of weird. Actually,
no. I'm your father's former roommate.
What does that make us?
Nothing.
I was watching Spaceballs a few nights ago. I love them. I love Spaceballs. Yes, but back on track.
Yes.
And All right, so we kind of get some nice banter between Alvin and Hiccup, a nice little dragon battle, and
what do you think? What's this?
Let's see, insane, demented, delusional, stupid,
typical Hiccup.
Yeah. All right, and it did kind of set up for future Outcast plans, as Alvin found out that when you make friends with dragons, that they'll actually protect you. Now that makes the Outcast even more dangerous.
Though his finishing quote just made me like, really?
You might want to show the YouTubers You might want to quote that to the YouTubers so they know exactly.
Okay. It's like his second command. Alvin, we need that book. No, we need that boy.
And then he gives that smile. Like
he gives that little pedophilic look. I'm like, when did this go to Naruto territory of this Orochimaru?
Hey, you never know. Remember, Avatar: The Last Airbender wasn't. The writers and animators for that show were inspired by numerous anime shows like Cowboy Bebop, even Naruto.
Still, I'm like, whoa, this is for kids. Seriously, I didn't think you were going to take it, like, it's not insinuating anything, but it's just...
No, they wouldn't.
They wouldn't know, but...
They wouldn't know.
But still, it just sounded...
They wouldn't know about fingerprints.
Yes. But, honestly, the episode was very mediocre. It could have been... Both, if you were just to fuse them both... You wouldn't miss anything, really. It could have been done better with just two of them into one.
Probably. Or better, it could have just been better in general.
Hell, no, Heather could have been the Baroness of G.I. Joe.
The Baron... Okay.
No, she could have been like... No. Not to say that... How do I explain this? God damn it. She could have been the Temptation. No.
Okay.
Like the Baroness was known for.
Okay. Like if she had enough character that would actually make the love triangle kind of more bearable.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I kind of hope to not see her again, and if they do bring her back, at least give her a better story or at least better character, because really this episode really wasn't good.
Seriously, we thought they were just doing it by the Wheel of Fortune. We need to do something. What do we name her? Heather. Okay, next.
Yeah.
Seriously, it's like you didn't plan this out, guys. It didn't feel like planned.
I know. Even the closing monologue felt out of place. I don't think it didn't really tie into what the events of the two episodes were all about. Really.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, we kind of know that since the writers are basically good people, they'll help out anyone who asks for it. But I don't really know where I'm going with this.
It feels more like a rant, but still,
the messages were muddled, really.
But we can hope for better.
Yeah,
they can learn from mistakes. So hopefully, nothing like this happens again.
Yeah. Well, they must have learned, because they were able to get not only a second season, but 2 more.
Yeah.
Which I can't wait. God, only a few more weeks.
Oh, yeah. But I think that's about wraps it up.
Yep.
Until next time we meet, Alvin.
Mm.